Alright guys, so we're just going to start removing bolts here from the timing cover. I got like a tray to put all my bolts in. Try to keep organized somewhat, but I think this motor here might take it carbureted maybe if I ever get to that stage. If we ever can afford to do that, so. There's a lot to upgrade on these motors. I was doing a bit of research, and one of their weakest links is the oiling system. It's not that great, so probably upgrade that. And then, like, if I'm gonna go to the extent of building this engine, I'm gonna upgrade the oiling system in it for sure. But we'll see what the machine shop says about rebuilding this thing. It looks pretty rough. A lot of rust in it, so like the cylinder bores aren't too bad honestly, but I think the block just needs to be like hot tanked or something like that. But we'll see what happens when we get there. I'm gonna try to do what I can with it because, you know, I did pay for it a long time ago when I bought it. So I'm gonna try to make somewhat use of it, I guess. Hey guys, how's it going? So we got all the bolts out of the timing cover. I think we're just gonna pop that off here in a second. I ended up draining all the oil out of it, the remainder that was in there. I pulled this or the oil filter off, and I drained what was ever in that out, and just wiped it off. I threw it back on just in because it was kind of just leaking a little bit, so it's just kind of lightly snug on there. So yeah. So I believe this engine is like a 2003 and 2004-ish. I can't remember I bought it from a wrecking yard there a couple years ago. And it came out of a truck that had no hood on it, obviously. and somebody took one of the, like, had the oil fill on it, and the cap was missing, so it got water in the engine. But weirdly enough, when I popped the heads off it, there was no rust in the cylinders at all. They were still good. The only rust there was in the valley here and right in here. There was only a little bit of water that came out of it though when I drained the oil. Not a whole lot really, so it's kind of weird that way. But yeah, so any rust that was in here was just basically it's all flash rust, just from having the heads off so long. I tried to lubricate the cylinder walls there just to kind of stop it from rusting, but yeah, so anyways, for now we're just going to pop off the cover here and see what that looks like. So yeah, so when I got this engine, it had 344,000 on it. That's what the wrecking yard stated in their database, for the engine at least anyway. Alright, so give me a second here and I'll set you up. Alright. It should pop off, I believe. I got the bottom bolts out and all these ones, so it should come off. Oh yeah, there she goes. Alrighty. First glance, not too shabby actually. It looks pretty clean, other than a little bit of dirt that just got on there from the popping the cover off. So yeah, 300 and... This hasn't been opened, and I honestly, I don't even know when. Ever since when the first time I got it a couple years ago was the first time it's been opened. So a little bit of slack in the chain, obviously. 344,000 on this thing, so we're gonna replace all that eventually. And I'm going to upgrade the oiling system in this, but yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of things to do. I got to do more research. All this stuff is all new to me, so I'm just kind of learning as I go. And I think the best way to do that is just start taking apart an LS engine and then go from there. So yeah, so we're gonna upgrade the oiling system and then obviously get a new timing chain. But it just depends on if this small video series takes off or whatever. So the next time we'll just I'll flip the engine over and we'll do the pan. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. There's probably going to be a series on these, so just stay tuned for that. Thanks again guys, cheers.